go. Oh, hey, hey. We going, we grooving, we moving. Let's do it. Clearly, I'm not a rapper. Hello,
Hello,
everyone.
We did it.
We are
technology.
We are ready. Instagram is not going to stop our shine because we have so many stories to talk about.
So many.
Foolishness that we find on the internet. I'm trying something new here, and y'all know when Black women wear hats, it means that our hair is a mess. So
no, that's not what it means. When Black women wear hats, that means
I love hats.
That we're changing up something.
I was this close to wearing
I said to you,
a wide brim hat tonight, but it didn't go with this hoodie vibe that I have going
hoodie
on.
vibe.
So,
Listen. I love the hat. I think it's fly.
Rodeo, but I'm gonna make it work for the next little bit. So we are here for another episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk, where we just try to make sense of the foolishness and what in the hell. It's lost me again.
What's going on?
Instagram.
Instagram.
So I'm gonna try to go back out and go back. Here we go. Let's try it because this is what it does to me all the time. Because it always I am here.
What?
Oh. There we go.
She's back.
Instagram for Instagramming as usual. So I'm just gonna get straight into it.
Yes,
let's go before
IG decides.
So thank you for joining Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We're trying to make sense of the foolishness on these deep dark internet. We want to thank Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Check out the replays of our show every Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. That's right, we are on internet radio every Saturday. We take live on IG and YouTube Wednesdays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Follow and subscribe to Not Your Typical Girl Talk and Instagram, YouTube, live. My name is Garcia. What's going on, girl?
It's all good in the hood. Hello, everyone. My name is Kelly. I'm here as a proud member of the Not Your Typical Girl Talk crew. There's so much foolishness. Yeah, there's so much foolishness out there in these deep dark internets. You will want to run and hide under a rock. I'm talking like the rock that Jesus was like hiding behind. Yes, girl, that rock, the solid rock, the rock of Jesus, the one that he had to lay behind before he rose again. That's the rock I'm talking about. You better find that rock and stay in there. Don't come out. Shiva girl, tell these lovely, beautiful people who you are. Tell them, girl.
Howdy, folks.
Listen, girl, will you stop hating on that hat? I think that hat is fly. I love the hat.
I love. Folks, my name's Sheba. They call me Sheba.
You're hilarious.
Today, so we gonna get started. Not your typical girl talk.
Girl, I'm done with you. Stop it. Okay, that hat is fly. I want to see fire emojis going off in the chat to say yes, Sheba's hat is fly. Because it is. Fly
so
hat.
we'll get into it. Let me just say, parents, take the phone away from your teenage children and give them a book. Because if you don't give them a book, this is how they're about to embarrass you on Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet. In this first segment that I'm going to call Cars, let's hear what this young lady had to say about cars. Here we go.
I'm sorry, but if a guy picks me up in certain cars for a date, I'm just not going. I'm just not going. I'm sorry, but you can't tell me if someone pulls up in this. Hold on, put it on the screen. Hold on. This Prius, no, I'd rather not go on the date. I'm sorry. I know the type of person you are. I can tell by the car you drive what kind of person you're going to be. Wait, I'll show you another. And this is for the boys, too. If y'all drive these cars, you need to reevaluate yourselves. Because, anyways, let me show you another car. The only person that should drive this is my 9-year-old grandpa. That's the only person. Okay, hold on. One more. I've got one more. Be for real. Also, this picture makes me laugh. But like, why'd you get that?
Yo, low key. I don't even low key, high key, medium key. What the backside?
Yeah,
What was that, girl?
Can I just say, first of all, this young girl doesn't even look old enough to date.
That's the first thing. And secondly, she should be lucky she even gets in a hayride. Not even a horse and a wagon. Not even a horse and a wagon. She's not even able to get a ride if she was lying in the street in a pool of blood. Young lady, an ambulance would pass by you. There is nothing, no person with that attitude.
And can I just say something? This is me, and maybe I'm wrong, but because I work and have been working
that's different.
since I was technically a child.
Work?
Like I was under 18 years old
Work?
when I started working.
What do you mean work?
That's new.
Yeah.
Work.
And my first car was a Pontiac, a Sunbird Pontiac. This car was not cute. However,
But
I was one of the most popular kids in school when I got that car.
you had a car.
Yes, because most kids at 16 don't have $500 to put towards a car. So the idea that this young little pick-me who looked like she's 14 is out here saying that a man that's driving an F-150 whatever Ford truck is 90 years old. Does she know how much money it takes to get that truck?
Clearly, she doesn't
The
know much.
answer is no. This is a young lady who doesn't even understand basic economics. And she doesn't even probably know how interest rates work. She doesn't know about credit scores. You say FICO to her, you think she's like a dog? Who's dog, right? Like she doesn't know anything about life. And the fact
No.
that people put these young little girls on the internet and are following advice. Let me just be clear for people. I'm going to get real technical right now. Our brains don't even develop until we're 25.
Bet.
Our brains do not fully develop until we're 25. Stop putting them on the internet and then act as if they're saying something profound. Clearly, we're talking about it. We're talking about it because it's foolishness. Yet,
It's foolishness.
The likes and the comments and the shares this type of stuff get, instead of great things that are actually being said on the internet. This little girl got shares and likes probably in the millions and comments, but when people actually put real sense, common sense things, they don't get shares and likes. So little girl, go find you a book, okay? Go read a book, go educate yourself, and come off of Beyonce and Blue Ivy's internet with your
All of that.
That whole part.
All of that. And I think it's really dry too. And if an older woman is listening to this poor little pick-me, you gotta, check yourself, ma'am, or sir. Check yourself. You're a grown person. You're listening to this foolish gal's advice. If you're a grown person and you are actually taking what she says as facts, something's wrong with you.
And can I be honest and say a lot of people, their dream car is a Jeep?
A lot of people like Jeeps. I
love a Jeep Wrangler.
Cute.
Okay.
Jeeps are like it's like a G-Wagon. If you can't get a G-Wagon, then they say get a Jeep. That's the next best thing after a G-Wagon.
Yeah, and these cars,
they're built
right now, brand new, are costing well over $50,000. What are you talking about?
Because girl, you
She's sitting
understand
there.
money. You understand this little girl doesn't have a job. She's probably not old enough. And if she does, she's flipping fries somewhere at McDonald's.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with that. But this little girl doesn't even have the concept of what money means. But goodbye, little girl. And goodbye,
little girl. We wish you nothing.
Yeah, goodbye.
We wish you absolutely nothing.
I'm done. So
maybe a station wagon. I wish you that.
Girl,
I wish you were 70s.
I
wish you were 1972. 1972. The bus pass.
Yeah, not even an Uber account.
Not even Uber. You're right. A bus pass.
Get a Metro Pass. That's what her parents can get her. The equivalent of a Metro Pass, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho,
Girl.
They say it's the most wonderful time of the year. But in this next segment, I don't know if this guy got the memo or he just got a different memo than we did. Because for him, not the most wonderful time. I think he's being a bit of a Grinch here, and we're going to show you how.
No, man. No. You know what's funny? At first, you think it's a ghost, but then it's revealed.
You're a mean one.
Mr. Grinch. Look at him. Look at his car trunk. Or in his minivan. His minivan or his.
Oh dear.
Like, what part of.
This is very
He's
sad.
literally stealing Christmas.
I know inflation is rough. I understand.
His big old face was on national TV. Everyone sees him. For all
Here's
other.
the thing. He was determined.
He was.
Both angles. He took his time. He went to the right side. He went to the middle. He went to the left. He slowly brought it down. He was prepared. He had his station wagon.
Yeah, he was ready.
He said, "I'm gonna get that damn tree if it's the last thing I do." However,
he was determined.
Is it worth going to jail over Christmas?
Absolutely not.
Over a tree that's gonna die in a few weeks. Like that tree's literally gonna tank in about 3-4 weeks.
I get it, but listen, I am not the biggest fan of Christmas. I'll tell everybody I should be clear. I am not a fan of the commercialization of Christmas.
Yes.
It leads to crap like that, right?
Right.
It leads to a situation where people are shamed if they're unable to afford things. Nobody send me no list. I'm not giving you anything, right? Like, seriously, your birthday, I got you. Christmas, don't ask me for nothing because you're just not getting it. It's not happening. It's not our birthday. It's not even Jesus' birthday. Technically, we don't even know when Jesus' birthday is. People say
we don't know,
but we really don't know. What are you really celebrating? You're supposed to be celebrating family. You're supposed to be celebrating life. You're supposed to be celebrating cheer, but instead people are packed up at Yorkdale Mall, basically fighting each other over gifts that people are just going to return on the 26th and the 27th anyway, because they really didn't like it. I'm not putting
Didn't like it.
Absolutely not.
No.
As you can see, there's not a Christmas light anywhere you can see shine. It's not happening. It's not happening.
Yeah, I think this is actually a very good example of what happens when desperation comes along the holidays.
Yeah.
You have to have a tree. Sure, if you can't afford a tree, like honestly, like put some holly on the food that you're gonna eat with your family on Christmas Day, sir. Like this is not it. This is sad.
You took a whole new low.
Yeah, it's
very low.
Literally, this is the man that would steal baby Jesus from
the Nazarene,
from the manger.
He would kidnap baby Jesus.
Oh no, not baby Jesus. Not from the nativity scene. Not baby Jesus.
Yes, from the nativity scene, girl.
Oh no.
A little town of Bethlehem.
No. Well, and here's the thing. Now he's stolen Christmas from another family.
Yeah, see, that's heartbreaking.
Yeah, because I'm sure these people spend money on the tree.
And apparently the trees, because of the messed upness of the world, and global warming, there's not so many evergreens anymore. So they really hike up the price. So if anyone does buy a tree and it gets stolen, it's like,
and you know
what?
I know that I have no right to tell people what to do, but people, consider buying a fake tree.
A fake tree.
That way, if you want, put it up every
year.
You
save the environment.
From Saks or the Bay, whatever.
Yeah.
No, it lasts years and years and years to come. Yeah. You'll be okay. It's fine. Yeah, we move on. We're done. This one, I can't lie. I'm saddened by it. I'm very saddened. Mothers do better. I had to watch this one a couple of times. And when you guys see what I'm talking about, you're going to understand. So this clip clearly has been making the rounds. And I'm just going to put up, this is actually very similar. This clip has been making the rounds because this woman, I'm just going to put it up. I'm going to put it up for a second. So this is a football player, not just a football player, an NFL player. His name is Xavier Howard. This is a woman who claims to have had his child, and he didn't believe her. So Miss Young here got her a DNA test and decided to do this. And what she did was take the DNA test results and put it on a onesie on the back of the shirt. And on the front, she put Xavier Howard is my deadbeat dad. He tells people I'm not his child, but the DNA proved that was a lie. So this is her actual baby, people. This is her baby that she went out and made a custom onesie for.
Mm-hmm.
Then she put her baby on Blue Ivy's internet. And let's just move to the next one here. So here, it has a picture of the man who wanted for child support. Xavier Howard, deadbeat sperm donor. Okay.
Wow.
Then here, what we have is the results of the DNA test. It has her full name, his full name, the date, the blood sample, and the fact that he is greater than 99.9% determined to be the father. So, why?
Why? That is the question. Like, okay, I get it, ma'am. You're upset.
Do we know
You're
how old this
angry.
woman is?
How old is she? I guess did they say?
No clue.
You know what? At this point, it doesn't
Old
even
enough
matter.
to know better.
Old enough to thank you.
Yeah.
Old enough to know better.
Have a baby, so old enough to know better.
Yeah.
Old enough to know better.
So here's my thing, and this is actually a major pet peeve of mine. And if you've been watching this show for a while, you actually know what I'm going to say. Because I say it all the time when women do petty things like this. What sort of cooperation do you plan on getting from this man after pulling this?
What's that? What's cooperation mean?
What's cooperation?
You think he's going to sit down at a mediator table with his lawyer and your lawyer and say, okay, let's work this out to make sure that the child lives a good life?
And here's the thing. Let's actually stop pretending that she gives two shits about the baby, right? Like, I'm just going to keep it real. This one, because if you did care about your baby would not be on Blue Ivy's internet. And now, yes, the face is crossed out, but now when she walks around, because her face is not crossed out.
Oh, exactly. Everyone knows.
Who's connected to him.
Yep.
And this is like, you don't care. Here's the thing, people. As a parent, my number one job was to protect my child. Protect her. Protect her. That was the job. The moment I had her, all I looked at her was thought I'm going to protect her. I was going to protect her from the world. Sometimes it's even protecting her from me, right?
Mm-hmm.
My job is to protect her. How is this protection?
Oh, she's leaving him open to the wolves.
It's pettiness
Open
for nothing.
It's really sad too. Like, honestly,
what a mature woman would have done is take this DNA test, put it, go towards the court and say, it's proven that this baby belongs to this man. I would like to get together and see if we can settle this. That's what a mature woman does. You go to him first and say, I got the results. This is what's up. Do you want to work this out as we sit here? Or do we need to go to court?
Just go to court.
And then keep that level of my voice, keep that through the entire process.
See, the problem is, and listen, the American women. American women.
Because this pettiness
is
ridiculous. And when this child is old enough to fully understand this, they're going to be like,
Mom, why'd you embarrass your kid, embarrass this man, and mostly embarrass yourself? This is a whole new kind of petty. Like, this is, come on, man. Like you guys were saying, you're a mother first. I think it's really, really sad that she's pretty much using her kid as, a sacrificial lamb to say, he's a deadbeat dad and he owes me my money. She could care less about this kid. She just wants the money to get a new weave in her head and get some new nails. That's what she wants.
Even if she made this onesie or whatever.
How much did that cost?
Right, exactly. This costs money. That's the first
thing.
So
use that money for the baby.
Second thing, have you even tried to talk to the man yet? And I know she hasn't, because these women are petty.
She's just going about this all wrong.
And I'm salty doesn't solve the problem.
And I'm assuming that her friends are probably in the same box as her, so there was no one there to say, girl, don't do it.
No, these girls always have the same.
There's the same type of friends who are petty like her, and they're like, yeah, girl,
they probably told her,
do it. Go ahead. And she has now done, this is not making it worse. Gee.
Embarrassing.
Very embarrassing. And just another hit to black women. Like, come on, man. Come on. There's other ways to do this without embarrassing yourself and every other black girl on the planet.
Not everything needs to be for public consumption.
Thank you.
We didn't need to know this. This was between them and the mediator and the judge. This is it. That we don't need to know this because, sis, the funny thing is, ladies, this is the last thing I'm going to say. A lot of women think that this makes the man look bad.
No.
I don't look at him anyway at this point. You decided you wanted to go out and sleep and have unprotected sex with a man that you're clearly not in a relationship with. That man didn't want a baby with you, and you went ahead and had the baby anyways, and not because you wanted to be a mother or loved him so much, it's because you wanted child support.
Yeah, you wanted
to
put that on the baby.
That's it. That's her only goal.
Because he's on the NFL.
She wants the NFL money. That's it.
So
really sad.
Can we move on? Listen, having children is not easy, but when you sign up for children, you sign up for a lifetime commitment. I'm telling you, as a mother, you do not get rid of them until you die. So, however, it is not the responsibility of other people when you have children for them to take care of your children. Well, this mother clearly didn't get the memo, and she wanted us to know about the selfish people in her life who are not helping her with her responsibility. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
So I asked my mother-in-law one day if she'd watch my kids for 10 days because I want to go away on a school trip. And she laughed at me. And said, you have to move closer to me so I can watch your kids. And then maybe I'll actually help you. So I said, well, you're showing me you won't help my kids if I live across the country while I move closer. And then she on. Anyways, I don't understand how selfish boomers are nowadays. I'm not willing to help. If you want to help, and you want your kids closer to you, then help.
So,
but this one isn't the parents.
Let me just repeat what this woman said as she was rudely eating and chewing at the same time in front of the camera, which annoys the ever-living heck out of me. However, she asked her mother-in-law to watch her children plural for 10 days while she went on a school trip. Her mother-in-law said no. As 10 days. That considered 10 business days, there's 2 work weeks. Do we know how long 2 work weeks? It's a long time.
It's a very long time.
It's a long time.
It's a long time.
Long time. So, and then she felt that her mother-in-law, who's a boomer, this is just boomers being selfish. Not her trying to put off her responsibility. And so here's the thing, people. Nobody, not your mama, your father, your friends, your cousin, nobody's responsible, or nor do they have to, nor are they obligated to watch your child. It's your child. I love my friends, but they decided to go have young children. They know if anything, they get 2 hours out of me, maybe a month. Not my children, not my choice. I love you guys, but didn't tell you to have young children. We have old children. Why'd you go have young children? Not my responsibility. It doesn't mean that I don't love my niece and nephew. They're a blessing, but they're not mine.
They're not mine.
Obligated beyond 2 to 3 hours.
That's it. I mean, life is.
Days?
So wait, she just thinks that that boomers don't do anything. They don't have things to do.
And that's what I want to bring into this conversation.
Wow.
You know, like if you think of a show like The Golden Girls, right? Like that 80s show, those women were living it up in Florida as, you know, older single women. They didn't even have time. And it was the 80s when old women actually looked like grandmothers.
And there was not much
grandmothers don't look like grandmothers anymore.
They're out.
Mama is out with hubby and they're going out. They're enjoying their golden years. They're enjoying their life. That's what they should be doing. Why? They didn't tell you to go have kids?
No.
Thank you.
It's really wrong.
When you make a decision that I'm going to have kids,
Plural.
Did you consult your mom first? Hey,
She sure
no,
did.
you didn't, sis. You didn't
She sure
consult
did.
them.
I'm done.
So 10 days, and I bet you, because I actually know this, I know for a fact I have some friends, they have to pay their parents
Oh,
to watch their
absolutely.
kids for more than a few hours.
Absolutely.
If the grandkid is coming to their house for the weekend because the parent has to go do something,
Why not?
and why not? Because kids eat.
They're a living
And
thing.
they want the Netflix.
They're a living
And
thing.
they want the internet Wi-Fi password.
They're a living thing.
not the Netflix.
Yes, they want the Netflix girl.
They want toys and they want
Yeah.
this and they want
And
to
some
go
of them-
out.
Yeah, and they
They
need
wanna
to go out.
the
They need to
the
go
arcade
to
or
the
wherever they
latest
go. They
little
want to go to
restaurant.
take pictures and all this stuff.
Right.
They go shopping
Ted,
at the mall.
You show up. Girl, you pop up at your parents who are probably around 65, 70 years old, still young enough to enjoy life, and tell them, hey, can you just delete 10 days out of your life to take care of my young kids?
No.
So I can go on a school trip.
No.
Long school trip.
Before you had to listen, people. I love my child. She's a blessing. She's in the next room, blow drying her hair through my show. But she's a blessing to me. I know when I had her that things needed to change in my life, and now that she's older, I get to do the things that I want to do. The end. That's just how it works. You give up parts of your life when you have children. If you don't want to do that, then don't have children. The end. We're done. So we're going to move on. We are going to take an intermission because honestly, the next segment, I have no words. But Karcia, talk to the people then as we reset the
Yes, everyone. Welcome to Not Your Typical Girl Talk. We want to thank Radio Region, syndicated through iHeartRadio. Thanks to y'all. We are out here sharing the news about all the foolishness on the internet. So check us out Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. We tape this show on YouTube and on IG Live every Wednesday at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So be sure to join us live. We love to have you. We love to read your comments. See you show up online for us. Follow and subscribe to our handle, Not Your Typical Girl Talk. That is all
For now.
So this doesn't happen often, but every once in a while we are about to play a clip that I refuse to watch before the show because I just don't need the foolishness for that day. And this is one of the clips we're about to watch. And this is about a man who, you know what? I'm just gonna play it. We're gonna watch it together, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, okay.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go.
Well, I got a terrible idea. It's a terrible idea. There's stuff I got to
So since the music is down, this man is in the bathroom on an airplane, and he's about to make. Okay, we're gonna show you. So he's taking out some shrimp that he's putting in the. Yep, he's adding some shrimp. So he's.
Literally, my stomach starts rumbling. I'm like.
So this is mashed potatoes, garlic mashed potatoes that and shrimp. So he made him. Oh my God. Okay.
In the dirty bathroom or the washroom?
Can I just
So
say,
he
this is
made
gross.
garlic shrimp and mashed potatoes in the bathroom of the aeroplane. Not airplane, okay? Aeroplane.
Where people take dumps.
Okay, can I? So, for everyone that listened last week, I was away. I wasn't in Toronto. I flew back early Sunday morning. And I always get the aisle seat. The aisle seat is where I like to go when I'm doing business economy. Aisle seat. So the thing with being on the aisle seat is you see everyone that's getting up to go use the loo. You know exactly how many people use the loo. You know how long they've been in the loo. So you kind of know what they were doing in the loo.
Taking a dump.
What? Honestly, I would sooner make dinner on my floor right here than even on an airplane carpet.
Well, yeah, because you don't take a dump on your.
Like,
why did he do this? What was he
Yeah.
trying to prove?
What?
That he can cook
And then
his
he ate
shrimp
it.
in
And
the
then he
toilet?
ate it. And then he ate it. And then
he ate it.
And then he
Well, you know, sir, good for you.
Honestly,
I'm not doing that.
roadkill is better.
It's cleaner.
Like, seriously.
You're cooking in the shit house. We will literally take dumps in there.
There are times I have held my pee on a plane because I didn't want to go use the loo on the plane. Like I try to go to I'm the person who's like one of the last people on the plane because the moment I hear them say that they're about to board, I go to the bathroom.
Yep.
In the airport.
Yes.
I do what I need to do, and then I get on and I just pray that I don't have a stomach issue.
Right.
That has me running to the loo.
Right.
And I have gone on 6-hour plane rides.
Yes.
And not used the latrine.
Yes.
Because
I actually will on the little screen. I'll look to see how much longer do we have. An hour? Okay, I can hold it.
Hold it. Just hold it.
So the
do not
then took shrimp, and put it in the sink. With I have nothing.
And you know, if this man is married and he kisses his wife really needs to just leave him because she's kissing a man.
You see that? You gotta find the cross. Find it. Find the cross. That's when you need to do Daniel's fast. Don't eat nothing. Just get on the plane on an empty stomach. Get your prayer. Yes, girl. Go ahead and do the crystal. Do the crystal right now. In the name of Jesus. Listen, don't eat fast.
Yeah, this is a no.
And don't eat from everybody.
And don't eat from everybody. Because you can see, you have no idea who you're eating from.
Like not being in an office these days, and those silly potlucks that people used to have, and you'd have to smile, and people like, don't want to take it. Those days are done. Okay?
Done, son. No more.
We had an office party the other day. They ordered Chipotle. Good on you.
Thank you, Lord.
Oh,
there is no
like that. I like that.
Smart. Just order from the restaurant.
Yep. Yeah, you know, at our Christmas party, they had it was the hotel provided the food.
Exactly.
So it was nice. It was clean. Right. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they have regulations that they have.
Let's be done. Let's normalize that. Like enough of the whole potluck where Sandy is bringing the interesting potato salad with raisins in it.
No,
Sandy.
And the cake that's only
the
half
mystery.
cooked and everyone gets sick
The
on
mystery
it.
cake. The mystery food.
I
need some ethnic food. It's like, no, sis.
So we're done. We're over this. This is another one where mothers do better. This young child again had to experience something that even he felt at his young age was unacceptable. So there's going to be 2 videos, and it's going to show from 2 different angles. I wish I could bring this up a little closer because I need y'all ladies and people watching to see this. So I'm going to play the videos, and then we're going to discuss. Okay, this gets worse. Okay,
yeah, it gets worse. It gets worse.
Okay, let's watch this. So, for those of you on the radio who cannot see, and we do encourage you to watch us live, what this young boy had to be no more than 8 years old. His mother was bent over, twerking in her dress. It appears they were at a wedding. She's bent over with what likely is a stranger man who has his camera and recording her ass jumping on him as her son is on the other side and literally runs over to stop this behavior. And what's even worse is the women around, instead of like literally looking at her and saying that's inappropriate, they've got their cameras out, they're recording and laughing. Black women, we are traumatizing our young boys. Then we come on shows like Kendra G and other shows and talk about they're soft and they're feminine and they're punks. We're raising them. We're raising them to this, and then instead of consoling her son, everyone, she was giggling and laughing, thinking this crap is funny. She should have been embarrassed and immediately went to her son, consoled him, and took him out. But instead, she's laughing and giggling like her bent over, dancing on some men was somehow appropriate. So we are not raising the men that we want later in life, and then wondering why they're not the men we want later in life because of this. I want to just hug him and hold him and tell him it's going to be okay. Where's his dad? I call his dad. I'd immediately be like,
oh yeah.
Well, that's the problem though. I'm sure that unfortunately I don't think she knows who the dad is.
And here's another thing too.
I don't think she knows who the father is.
I want to delve a bit into the relationship between a son and his mom. It's a very unique relationship. Anyone that knows a mom with a son, especially if it's their first, it's literally like a loving relationship. It is almost close to being actually in a romantic relationship. Like the son looks at his mom as the queen of everything. That's his queen. When this young boy sees his mother being violated in public, it's actually seen as violence. He thinks this is a violent act. It's not funny for a little boy to see that being done with his mother involved. Little boys, I've heard little boys say to their mom, "Mom, can you please cover up? Your boobies are showing."
Thank you.
Because there's that protection. They want to protect their mom because they love their mom. So when she does stuff like this, it makes him feel like he has low self-worth.
Well, yeah, because she doesn't care.
Exactly.
Look, okay. If that's the kind of behavior you want to do, mom, then go leave your kid at home or go do what you need to do. But don't bring your dirtiness to your kid's face, basically. If that's what you want to do at the wedding, that's on you.
Yeah,
but don't have your kid standing there and expect your kid to be okay with what you're doing. That's not fair. Be a mom.
Yeah, she does.
This is clearly a family wedding. How did you even get to this level? When did the dance hall begin? If that's how it's going to be, then take all the children to a different room and entertain them over there while y'all can bust and move on your own time away from the children.
Too much.
Give me a break, man. No.
Too much.
Thank you. Do you understand that my daughter is 22 years old and it's always been a thing? She's like, listen, when you're with me, your mom, and when you're outside without me, you can be Toshiba.
Exactly.
And I get
that is fair.
Live her life and do her thing, but I need you to be mom.
And that is completely fair.
And she's felt that way since she was younger. And it was always, I'm with my daughter, I am in mom mode. But when I'm Toshiba gonna be Toshiba.
Exactly. And that's fair.
You're in mom mode. Your child is clearly there. I barely try to even say certain words in front of my grown child. Much more. Over,
much more than these actions in front of a baby.
I wouldn't even do that in front of my grown nieces and nephews.
No.
I wouldn't do that in front of my parents.
You listen,
parent, no,
girl. I'm still afraid.
Thank you.
Look at the box I would get in my face, and I don't blame them.
The thing is that parents want respect. Specifically, mothers do want respect.
Earn it. And respect yourself.
And that's how they learn to respect you.
And respect yourself. You don't know
yourself.
You're bent over and think it's funny. But I have nothing. Like my blood is actually boiling every time I watch it.
It's disheartening.
It's horrible.
I want to hug him and tell him, you know what? One day you'll get to leave her, and we pray that he's got an army of men around him.
I hope so.
That will show him what it's actually like, because no,
That behavior is
it's
not
no from
acceptable.
me. Just
No.
she shouldn't be embarrassed, and honestly, the dad should just come get his son,
Honestly.
because she should not be anybody's mother. But I digress.
No.
Listen, New York is not a real place. And we are going to show you how much New York is not a real place. We actually might have to play this one twice. This is how ridiculous this clip is about to be in our segment called New York, New York.
Okay, this apartment has to be one of the most interesting apartments I've seen so far, and it has to be the cheapest that I've seen in the market as of yet in Manhattan. I can't wait to read the comments because I read the description of this apartment and I had to see it for myself. So let's get straight to it. Here's the apartment, and we are here. This is the apartment. This is everything. This is the full thing right here. You have a sink here, and as you can see, I'm just stepping around and I'm like amazed myself. You have some closet space and storage there and a little bit of window here. But the price on this apartment cannot be beaten, especially in this area of the city. So for those asking, where the heck is the bathroom? They're located outside in the hallways. You have 2 per floor, and each restroom is a full bathroom. And this is how it looks inside. Just when you thought you've seen it all in the city, it reminds you that you haven't. This apartment is going for $1,200. Comment below and let me know what you think.
There's a guy, I forget his name. I think it's Cash, and there's another guy. They go around New York on YouTube and show people's apartments. And even that apartment we just saw is bigger
Than some
that we've seen on YouTube. This is New York, though. This is it.
Unfortunately,
This is
people, and here's the thing, right?
this is New York.
New York has been marketed as the place to be, right?
It's
But
not.
the thing is that it's so expensive that getting a room that has a kitchenette and a washroom in the unit
is
costs like $4,000 a month.
yeah.
So, in order to take your little $1,200, which is still a lot of money, you get to have a little 1-bedroom with 1 sink.
Dear girl, this is not a 1-bedroom. It's a closet. The
It
man
is a
just
closet.
went and showed
A bachelor.
With a sink. Not even a bachelor. I have a friend.
That's how you know they market it, though.
And it has
But
a
that's how
kitchen.
they
They're
market it.
not going to tell you it's a closet.
No, they're
There's
gonna say the
no
bachelor or the
kitchen.
studio. There's a studio
nothing.
apartment.
Where are they cooking? Where are they cooking? I didn't see the hallway.
You don't
kitchen.
cook.
I didn't
Uber
see the
Eats
hallway
is.
kitchen.
Caleb.
Yeah, Caleb Simpson. He has an apartment that a girl, if you want to call it an apartment,
And I
and it's
wish
half
did
the
he say
size.
did he say the square foot? Because we've seen apartments that are literally 150 square
150
foot.
Girl,
square
that's
feet.
$175. He turned
Yeah.
2 times.
Like,
Turned 2 times.
this is like, it's shocking for us because even though we're soon going to get to a point where it's like this. We will.
I think
We're on our
Toronto's
way.
Toronto's
We're
clearly
our
on
way.
route.
What I see my friends paying for some apartments, I'm like, y'all should try something else.
Try
Like,
rooming with each other.
maybe a
and
tiny home is for you, like at this point, because
a mobile home.
I don't know, or move out of the city,
Yeah,
because this is normal for New York,
that's crazy.
which is really sad.
The
Because
man
you're gonna
said-
share a washroom. With like,
no, girl, remember there's 2 per floor. 2 per floor.
and how many people live on that floor?
Exactly.
And how many dirty homeless people come in there at night? Listen, I don't. Listen, how many cameras are hidden in that bathroom? How many cameras are hidden in there?
$1,200, he said. He said, this is the cheapest.
Yeah.
Listen, I get it. People think that adults should be adults. I told my daughter, first of all, do not move out. Mommy will support you for as long as I possibly can. And if you're going to move out, get with a bunch of friends. I do not care what people think. Get you a roommate or 2.
Absolutely.
Roommates are
And
Roommates.
Listen, having a roommate and having a 3-bedroom apartment where everyone has their own room sounds really nice.
You have a bathroom
You'll have like you'll have at least 2 washrooms
in the living space.
with people that will clean the same way how you clean. Will only be 3 people to those 2 washrooms, only 3 people to an actual kitchen,
Girl,
not a sink, but a kitchen. Like, just go to jail.
Move out of New York.
Go to jail.
Jail, you get your own toilet.
You get your own toilet.
Here we go. I just want you guys to look like this is the entire storage space. This is
Yeah.
the closet.
Actually, that's good that she has the storage space. A lot of these places don't even have that.
This is
Yeah.
Guys, I'm sorry.
This is
big.
Yeah.
This is huge compared to some of the other places in New York.
Yep.
This is actually luxury.
Yep.
I'm being real right now. This
Yeah,
is actually
I've
luxury.
seen closets.
I've seen smaller, and it's sad as hell.
And people are paying, which makes it disturbing.
Well, you know what? Honestly, people, pack up yourself and go to Dallas, Texas.
Thank you.
Go to Dallas. They got some nice condos over there.
In Texas, you can get a whole house for $300,000.
Like nice. Go to Texas. It's booming.
Yeah, we move
But
on.
this-
We move on.
Go anywhere else. Don't go to New York. Don't go to California.
Go to
Don't
Tennessee.
go to
Tennessee has
Tennessee.
beautiful apartments.
Beautiful houses, beautiful apartments. Don't do this to yourself.
No.
It's not
We're
worth
done.
it.
We're done. We're gonna move on. And as we do, I'm actually gonna put this up. My phone, since it's dying, I started recording on the wrong phone. But I'm just gonna put this up. I need you guys to just look at that and absorb it for a second as I go get my charger.
Okay.
50-year-old trans professor takes
Last place in Toronto teen girls swim team. What swim race?
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
This is
So she's not a teenager.
This woman here, I had to literally get up for this.
So she's a trans woman,
50 years old.
and she's 50, like
Yes.
50.
Yes, 50.
50.
And she came in last place in a teenager
Correct.
swimming race.
Correct.
Okay, can I just say this though? Like,
Wait, hold on.
why?
She's 50.
Why did she?
Why is she a teen? As in teenager?
Why is she swimming with teenagers?
She came in dead. Why was she even accepted? What, aside from your,
I'm not even bringing
aside from
in
your thing, you're
the-
50.
the trans
What are you doing with
lifestyle.
people between the ages of 13 to 18? There's a
Why?
teenager.
Why?
Well, I'm about to read it. The article.
Okay, good.
And
I need backstory on
learn
this.
more.
We need a backstory.
This woman
What?
wants to learn more. So let me not waste too much time because let me just find this here. It's very interesting information about.
Yeah, I'm curious. How did this
that you're
even?
gonna find fascinating. Fascinating, I tell you. Let me just scroll and find the article. Okay, here we go. Where did I put? Oh, here we go. Here's the article. Yes, I'm leaving. Let's go. Come on, internet. Okay, so a Canadian.
Good old Canada. Oh, Canada.
Go Justin Trudeau.
Go ahead, JT.
Okay. So this woman from
Girls,
Canada,
this is when you take that thing and you start.
It gets better. A Canadian swimming competition allowed a trans-identified 50-year-old biological male to compete against teenage girls over this past weekend in Toronto. Nicholas J. Cepeda, also known as Melody Wiseheart, competed against girls aged 13 and 14 in the Richmond Hill Aquatic Center's Fall Classic Swimming Competition at Markham Pan Am Center on October the 20th. While the Pan Am Center initially denied that the 50-year-old man was competing against teenage girls, documents obtained by the outlet revealed otherwise. According to the competition schedule, Cepeda competed under the name Melody Wiseheart in the Heat 3 race, which lists Wiseheart's age at 50, while the rest of the competitors are listed between the ages of 13 and 14. Cepeda notably placed last when he was up against 15 to 17-year-old girls. Rebel News investigative reporter David Menzies said he was tipped off by concerned parents and went to the Pan Am Center. Apparently, the Pan Am Center first denied the allegations, and then they said they caved because they didn't want to get into a discussion about gender and age. Nicholas Sapita, or Melody Weishart, is a professor at York University in Toronto and teaches behavioral science in the psychology department. His research focuses on children and youth, according to the university's website. The investigation follows controversial phenomenon across the Western world where trans-identified men are competing against women in female sports.
Can I correct something?
Go ahead. Go ahead. At this point,
they are competing in a children's girls sport. Like, I don't understand why you would want to do this. Even as as a trans woman, when you want to compete with other 50-year-olds, I don't understand. I still don't understand. That whole story still doesn't break down why they wanted to race with 13-year-old girls. This is concerning.
And let's be clear, they started racing and 15 to 17-year-olds got them ass kicked and then decided, oh, I'm going to compete against the younger girls. And but even this person is teaching your children. I had to send it to my daughter. My daughter just graduated from York. And in psychology, I literally had to send it to her and be like, has this person ever taught you? Because why? Behavioral science and psychology?
This doesn't make any
sense. Okay, so the 17, 18-year-olds whooped their backside.
Right.
So he went down to swim with younger people.
Right, I don't understand.
Why didn't he just swim against 50-year-old women?
Right.
If he wants to prove a point.
Right.
Why is he, then these are young kids. Of course they're going to beat you.
Right,
you're 50 and they're 13, 14. So yes.
I don't care. You can't be trans age too.
No. This doesn't make any sense. You know what? Thank you all so much for watching our show.
This is a stupid story.
I don't want to get canceled. We're going to move on.
Because it makes no sense.
We're moving on.
Why would someone do this?
We're moving on. I'm Billie Jean.
No,
right now, actually, your hat is giving me Billie Jean vibes. Isn't that like that whole breakdown with the Motown thing from 1983 that Michael did? The breakdown, the moonwalk. That's what it's giving. You did that whole head down thing.
No sense.
We're moving on.
I'm actually going to try to make sense of it. I'm going to make an attempt for about 30 seconds. 30 seconds. So I am a 50-year-old man who identifies as a woman. And as part of my research, because I teach behavioral psychology at a top university in the country, and I might say a top university in the world, may I say, I decided that as part of my research, I'm going to see if I, as a biological man who identifies as a woman, can compete against teenagers as part of, I don't know what the study would be like.
Teenage girls.
But nothing.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're moving on. Next story. there's nothing to make sense of, ladies. There's nothing here. Guys, we're digging, and there's nothing there. There's nothing. Y'all, both of you that keep on digging until you dig into the next.
Oh no, I'm already. I determined this actually makes no sense.
There's nothing here. We've got nothing. Just let this she-man go ahead into glory, knowing that he came in dead last against young people,
women.
Young women. We're moving on. Thank you. Good day. Good night. There's got to be more than that. There must be more than that. No.
So we're actually done. We told you this was gonna be the journey, and the show is done. We try every week. We generally try to connect. We don't have anything for this one, and so before we get canceled, we are just going to how about them Raptors?
Hey, go ahead, Raps.
How about Draymond Green? Draymond Green is out here choking people. And we might as well talk about that for a couple of minutes. Like, Draymond, what is happening?
So, here's the thing.
Anger is a real thing. And Draymond's got a lot of it.
You know what? First,
He's very passionate.
I'm going to start by saying, actually, I really like Draymond Green.
Passionate man.
Yeah, he's passionate. I like how he reps for his team, but he be angry sometimes.
I think he was born angry. I think it's funny. Someone even said, "Does he have any Jamaican blood in him?" I'm like, no.
Not the Jamaican.
He does not have Jamaican blood in. Not every black person that goes off. Like, why are you putting Jamaicans in that?
What's
Girl, I was offended. I was like, what do you mean?
Here's the thing, right? He will lunge even when it has nothing to do with you. And I think that's the funny part. It's like, sir, this didn't involve you.
It really didn't.
Why? I need to dig into how many games but yeah, and listen, like, I think he's trying to like do the whole Dennis Rodman bad boy thing. For those of you old enough to remember Dennis Rodman, right? Like, he played no games. Ron Artest, who ended up being, what was his name after this? Jesus number 421.
Oh, yeah.
His name was after Ron Artest, John, Sally, Bob, Lucifer. I don't know, but basically,
I'm done. Not Beelzebub. Not Lord of the Flies.
Oh, no.
Not the son of Satan.
Oh no.
Those two men were notorious for their bad behavior.
Yeah.
And now
Yeah.
they've basically become what Draymond Green is. And it sucks because they're talking more about the behavior than they're talking about his talent on the court. And he doesn't realize that that's clearly going to impact the team because you're on a team sport. This isn't an individual sport. And listen, I love a good passion. I used to love watching old school 80s, 90s basketball before all of these rules came in and he couldn't do nothing, he couldn't do this. But I think this is next level. When I'm seeing a picture of Draymond doing this, sir, this is not wrestling. If you want to get out some anger, go do some WWE. But we digress. We're going to move on. Thank you, everybody. We made sure that we take up this time because we had to get rid of the trans person. We don't know. We have nothing. But tell me.
Girl. Well, we tried. we did try. And we want to thank you all for sticking through with us this far on another wonderful, full of fun episode of Not Your Typical Girl Talk. Thank you to everyone who watched right here on IG. Thank you to everyone who watched right here on YouTube. And don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and turn that notification bell. You never miss a episode. And don't do the same thing for stupid IG when it wants to work. IG, well, I thank you for not failing too much this time. Hopefully this is a relationship that's building to be stronger and better. We want to thank y'all. We also want to thank, according to this paper here that I'm going to stick to, we want to thank Radio Regions, syndicated by iHeartRadio. Check out replays at Saturday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday. I can't stress that enough. Award-winning content, not just your little riff-raff fools you hear on podcasts. Like, our podcast is a real thing. We're here connecting. Like, that whole story that did throw us off, but normally we'll be able to connect. And you know what? Give us a night. By next week, we'll be able to somehow connect the 13, 14, and the She-Man. We'll find a connection. Just give us a minute. That's our homework for the week. But listen, y'all, we want to thank you for watching, for listening. We are off to try and start our crazy board to make sense of that. In the meantime, we got Karsia, I'm Telly, we got Queen Sheba, and until next time, keep it real, keep it G, and we will see y'all in the next episode. Hey, oh, actually, no, this is a vibe, though. Come on. All right. Oh, she, Mary J. Blige. That's what it reminds me of. The hat. MJ. I knew it. Mary J. Blige. What?
We love you, Mary J.
We love Mary J. We got Mary J here. We got
Eminem.
We got Mary J and Eminem.
8 Mile.
All right, okay. We know what that is. It's the Super Bowl halftime show. Oh, we need that with City Set, Kendrick Lamar, and Snoop. Ah!